Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and we bring you the latest in everything cool every single day around here. It is Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Thank you to everybody that is joining us live for today's episode. We're going to get started with our brand new rundown, which is going out to Joe What Up, saying, I loved Electric Playground. Actually, two. We've got Joe What Up, who is a new sponsor. Thank you so much. And Of the Boar also had this great comment. Loved watching EP on TV when I was young. It was really the only way to get new video game news other than magazines. Your production quality is still great and you're very well composed. Thank you very much. That awesome compliment gets you a brand new rundown. Microtransactions are about to return in Star Wars Battlefront 2. EA and DICE have announced that the controversial microtransactions will be coming back on April 18th. They were taken offline right before launch after the huge backlash they received, but EA always said that this was only temporary. Now that the microtransactions are returning, EA and DICE have overhauled the progression system, making it much more linear and straightforward, which they promise will make the microtransactions less invasive and more avoidable. You know players are going to hold them to that. Also arriving on April 18th is a new in-game event called Night on Endor, where players will get to play as Ewoks for the first time. That sounds like fun. I have actually been thinking about Star Wars Battlefront 2. I want to get back into it. I want to sort of juice my love for Star Wars again, just as we're about to jump into the new Solo movie, which I hope is awesome. The last trailer looked pretty good. This microtransaction thing could be the nail in the coffin if it's not handled right, and if people find lots of other issues with Star Wars Battlefront 2 that they can also glom on the microtransactions exhaustion with, and this could turn into something not great for this game, which has been troubled all the way along. There's no other way to say it. It still sold millions of copies, but millions of copies less than EA and Disney and Lucasfilm all wanted the game to do. And DICE, who worked really, really hard to make us a beautiful Star Wars experience, and Criterion, and Motive. Lots of incredible people, lots of talent involved with this massive game, but it just goes to show you all the ways that AAA development can kind of be undermined and stumble and fumble when the greed kind of takes over, hopefully the way that they're putting the new microtransactions in won't be too overt and gross. We'll find out soon. The makers of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds have some big long-term plans for the future. Speaking with IGN at the recent BAFTA Awards, the game's lead designer, PlayerUnknown himself, Brendan Green, revealed that they're planning to build on their Smash success by turning the game into an ongoing platform with a steady stream of updates, new content, and new modes for the next 20 years. Oh my God. So I guess games or consoles now. That seems like an ambitious time frame. This sounds like he's talking about turning Battlegrounds into a games as service, which means players can expect new content to keep being added to the existing game rather than getting full-fledged sequels. Listen, World of Warcraft has been doing this since it launched. The idea of 10-plus year games is here. It's live. It's a reality. Whether games are going to be able to be supported that long is another story. But, we know that the user base for PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is enormous. It is, obviously company building size. And I think they could probably scale up a smallish team to keep new content coming into this thing forever and ever and ever, especially as there's duplication of assets and we're talking about, new coats of paint, new textures. I'm oversimplifying game development here in a big way because I don't make games. But they could throw in lots of new details to keep it feeling fresh for a very long time. But, I think it also comes down to modes, because Battle Royale is going to be consumed and assumed by some much bigger game teams very soon, and some really big juggernaut games. I mean, we're going to be seeing stuff on Call of Duty soon, and the new Battlefield, and we're going to be seeing Battle Royale, better than Battle Royale in lots of different places. There's the new Boss Key game too. What's it called again? Radical Heights, which I've heard has got some pretty cool stuff. It's still in early access, but it is also taking on Battle Royale. We'll see if that actually develops a nice big audience or not, but there's going to be a lot of competition for PUBG. They created a space, and lots of people coming for it. It's going to be the Battle Royale of Battle Royale games very soon. And the other big Battle Royale shooter, Fortnite, is making amends for some recent problems. Epic Games has revealed that all players will be getting free in-game items as a way to apologize for the server outage earlier this week. Players in the Battle Royale portion of the game will be getting a free back bling backpack, while players in the original Save the World mode will get a free troll/llama. Those are available starting today. The Fortnite outage happened on Wednesday night, with the game unplayable after Epic shut down the servers in order to fix an unexpected database failure. They still haven't said what caused the database failure in the first place, but they say they'll be releasing more information next week. My theory, it was Drake. Drake broke the game. He got on, somehow screwed up something, destroyed it. The guy's too popular. He crushed the servers. This is exactly what happened. That's my theory. Again, I don't make the games. I just talk about them. But yeah, that's some pretty nice work on Epic's part to turn on Epic's part, not park. Although a Fortnite theme park does seem inevitable. That's a good work on their part to sort of turn this, lemons into lemonade kind of thing for the players out there. Got a great comment somewhere in the internet sphere. Somebody said, "Imagine all of the millions of it was like the destruction of Alderaan when they killed the servers for Fortnite. There must have been so many people playing and then poof, not playing. It must have been madness for them. And it would have been a funny visual to see all that all over the world. Anyways, Deadpool 2 director David Leitch, is it Leitch? Is it Leitch? Leitch is racing over to the Fast and Furious franchise. Entertainment Weekly reports that Leitch has signed on to helm the Fast and Furious spin-off movie, focusing on Dwayne Johnson, who's in every movie, and Jason Statham, who's in every other movie. Their characters are Hobbs and Shaw in this flick. The film has been in the works for several years and already has a release date slated for July 26, 2019. Love it when release dates are made before they announce directors, which means David Leitch will have to get filming soon. It's no surprise that Universal Pictures wants more from the Fast franchise. It's become their biggest moneymaker, with the latest movie earning more than $1.2 billion. And you know what? Yesterday I received an email from Sony Pictures saying that Jumanji, the recent one with The Rock, who's in every movie, is the biggest movie in their history. They've never had a bigger movie than the new Jumanji, which is incredible because they have the James Bond franchise, they did the Spider-Man movies. But Jumanji with The Rock is the biggest thing they've ever done. So, of course, more of that is coming. This guy he's Midas. He's incredible. We're going to be showing you the Film Fury review of Rampage later on today. I suspect that's going to be a big hit, too. It's like this guy can't be in a bad movie. And when I was watching Rampage, the thought occurred to me that The Rock should be in Terminator. He should be the new Arnold Schwarzenegger now. He's bigger than Arnold, but like he would be a great Terminator, especially if it's like old guy Arnold Terminator fighting new guy The Rock. That would be pretty cool. Anyways, yeah, he's unstoppable, and yeah, I don't know if the franchise is going to sort of evolve and get more interesting. I think that they're kind of stoking these fires with the rivalry between Vin Diesel and The Rock. I think that's sort of used to create controversy. I think there's a publicity element around this, but we are continually talking about these Fast and Furious movies, and I can't believe it, because I thought those things were done, but they are never going to die. All right, Marvel's detective series Jessica Jones has been renewed for a third season, which is great news. Netflix hasn't said when it might arrive, but there was more than a 2-year wait between the first and second seasons. This, along with upcoming seasons of other shows like Daredevil and Luke Cage, has broader implications for the future of the entire Marvel Netflix slate. Disney is in the process of creating their own streaming service, which we all know, which will be the sole streaming home for their original content. However, the current slate of Marvel shows on Netflix are co-produced by both Marvel and Netflix, which means that Disney wouldn't be able to continue them without Netflix's involvement. They could pull the plug on the shows altogether, but the fact that Jessica Jones and other shows are being renewed for new seasons indicates that Disney won't be ending them anytime soon. You know what? I think Disney likes the idea of, taking as much creative IP space as they can in people's minds and in the mind share of the public out there, the purchasing public out there. But they also love money. And the idea that Netflix can have and house the adult versions of the, almost like the Marvel Max imprint versions of their characters is a very advantageous sort of ingredient in Disney's bottom line for the future. And I don't think that this is going away anytime soon. And in fact, I think this is going to be Disney's way of partnering with other studios that want to go a little more hardcore than that Disney branded streaming thing that they're going to deliver into families' homes, because they need to kind of remain safe and fun for the whole family. So this is a very interesting way for them to partner, not look like the big evil empire and have it all within their own little bubble, but share some of the wealth that they have and still make lots of wealth back. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not worried about these Netflix shows going. I don't think those are a right fit on a Disney streaming thing. I don't think they're going to have like an adults only category mature rated category in the Disney streaming thing. That's my guess. That's just pure speculation. But I'm excited. I loved Jessica Jones season 1. So I thought season 2 was really good. And I'm looking forward to more Daredevil. I'm looking forward to more Punisher. Iron Fist, you got to pull up your boots, man. You got to be better. Definitely looking forward to more Luke Cage and the Defenders. They got to fix that if they're going to bring those guys back. But that's our rundown for today. Let's get going on to this day in everything cool. Welcome to This Day in Everything Cool for April 13th. On this day in 1992, one of the best games of all time began its journey to the West. Nintendo released The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past on the SNES in North America, following its release in Japan a few months earlier. The game built on the concept of the original Zelda, but had better graphics, bigger worlds, and much more fleshed out stories and characters. Basically, it was the definitive Zelda experience, defining the action-adventure genre for years to come. It became one of the best-selling titles for the SNES and established Zelda as one of Nintendo's most valuable franchises. The series went 3D with its next big entry, Ocarina of Time, but Link to the Past is still considered one of the best, if not the best, in the franchise. Film history happened on April 13, 1964. Sidney Poitier became the first African-American actor to win Best Actor at the Academy Awards. He won it for his starring role in the comedy drama Lilies of the Field, where he plays a handyman who goes to live with white nuns on a convent in Arizona. The first black person to win an Oscar was actually supporting actress Hattie McDaniel in 1939's Gone with the Wind, but Poitier was the first to win it in a starring role. It helped him break the color barrier and become one of Hollywood's biggest actors, starring in other memorable films like Guess Who's Coming to Dinner and In the Heat of the Night.
They call me Mr. Tibbs.
He continued acting well into the 2000s. On April 13th in the year 2000, the music industry began taking on piracy. The heavy metal band Metallica formally sued the peer-to-peer file-sharing site Napster after an unfinished demo of their new song I Disappear was found circulating on the site before its official release. Metallica and other prominent musicians like Dr. Dre were furious at all the revenue they were losing as a result of online piracy, which Napster had played a big part in facilitating. On the other hand, Napster claimed that they were just providing a file-sharing service and it was the fault of individual users for sharing copywritten material. The courts didn't buy it, and Napster lost, forcing them to declare bankruptcy and shut down in 2001. Online music piracy still exists, and because of faster internet speeds, has since grown to include movies and games as well. You couldn't stop the inevitable. Metallica, it was coming. Music streaming, everything streaming was coming, including television shows like EP Live here right now, which is crazy. We've got a great guest in the studio today. Yesterday was all about God of War and this massive game with a massive team. Today we're talking about more indie-sized projects out there, and we've got a great indie developer in the house. His name is Jason Canam, and he is from Household Games, speaking of house, which is based in Toronto, and their brand new game, Way of the Passive Fist, has just hit the market, and he is the co-founder of the studio and also the creative director of the game. Jason, did I get your last name right?
Yes, exactly right.
Oh, perfect. I thought, wait a minute, I didn't check with you to make sure, but okay, Jason Canam. So, Way of the Passive Fist, I talked to you last year at Game Developers Conference, and I got a kind of an overview of what you guys were doing there, this fighting game where you tried not to fight. It was more about sort of reacting to some conflict. But it was an interesting concept, but it's actually out, and I've played it now, but it's out in the world. How is it going?
It's going really well. It's exciting to release a game. We're really glad that it's out there. And, nowadays it's really exciting that you have more ways, more opportunities than ever to watch people playing it. Yeah. They're streaming it, they're recording it and putting it on YouTube. And that's awesome. So you can see players' reactions in real time. And as a developer, that's awesome. Like that's really, really great. You don't just have to wait on reviews. You don't have to wait on getting emails, which are always great. You don't have to wait for forum posts. You can see every day, real time, people enjoying the game. It feels awesome.
That's so cool. Well, it's one of these games where you load it up and there's a lot of familiar elements in it. You feel like, okay, I know this. I've played a game like this before. But you haven't, because once you start playing it, it's like a totally, different set of rules and a different way to engage with the software. And what are you getting in terms of feedback from players out there? Are they picking it up pretty quickly? Because I didn't. I have to confess. I put it on. I streamed it on EP Live, which was the wrong way to first play the game, because I was chatting with people and trying to figure it out, and I was like, I am so bad at this. But I'm curious how people are finding the controls and the mechanics in your title.
Certainly, it's been really interesting. The entire development was interesting because we had an idea, and we knew that we wanted a game that was based around defying expectation, which is a really lofty goal to set out to do. But now that it's been released, and we had many opportunities to showcase the game at great shows around North America, like PAX, PlayStation Experience last December. And we took all that feedback to heart, and we wanted to make sure that we were doing something, we're indie, so we like to push boundaries, do things that are different and unique, while making something that's approachable and that people would find really enjoyable. They would want to play, essentially. So we're learning that, players are getting used to it. And that's usually the typical reaction we get is someone's like, oh, it looks familiar. It sounds familiar. Like, I know I've heard this game before. I've seen this game before. But then they realize they haven't played a game like this before.
Which is awesome, man. And congratulations to you guys, because it's really hard, at whatever scale. It's very hard to bring out something that feels different in this space. It's such a crowded, medium. There's lots of great ideas floating around out there. There's lots of opportunity for new ideas, but it's so refreshing when those happen. And that has happened with Way of the Pass of the Fist.
Yeah, and we're really glad about that. And we've gotten lots of feedback, which has been great. All feedback is appreciated. Anyone who takes the time to reach out to us, and that's like in all forms, we take it all to heart. We've communicated with the community, we have lots of back and forth going, and we want to work on, we're working on making it perfect for as many people as we can.
That's cool.
But at the end of the day, like I said, we wanted to make something that defied expectations, and when people are taken aback, we kind of want to get across like that. That was the intention. And if you're, maybe not confused, but if you're unsure for just a few moments, that's kind of what we wanted. We kind of wanted to put you in an uncomfortable position briefly, and we found that people who stick with it wind up like really feeling fulfilled. Like they're like, oh yeah, no, I had to change the way I think about fighting guys, but when I did, I beat them, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm in the right mindset. And it is the kind of game where players who get over level 1 just start taking on the rest of it, and they're ready for the challenges they fight.
That is awesome. When you were putting together, first of all, for those that don't know, we've got some footage that we're running in our interview here, but describe what Way of the Passive Fist is.
Sure. So it's designed as an old-school arcade beat-em-up, which are some of my favorite games. Specifically, I really wanted to tap the visual and audio style of the ones that were based off of comic books and cartoons. So there's lots of classics like your Final Fights and your Streets of Rage, but I really wanted to tap the essence of Turtles in Time, X-Men, even Simpsons, which is why it has, instead of the grimy street fighting aesthetic, it has the like cartoon, colorful aesthetic.
Right. It's not Streets of Rage.
Yeah, exactly. More Turtles in Time, less Streets of Rage. Purposefully, because kind of wanted that Saturday morning cartoon feel. And even though it takes place on like a desperate desert planet, it's about raiders and marauders, there's still a reason not to inject a little bit of color into that.
Sure.
But the way the gameplay is you don't just throw out mindless punches. It's not just about button mashing. It's about parries, which I'm a big fighting game fan as well. And for me, I think parries are cooler than punches. Like my favorite clips whenever I watch competitive Street Fighter, competitive Mortal Kombat, it's those turnaround moments I think are the coolest.
So you leaned into that. And when I played it, I kind of clued into Punch-Out a little bit. It felt like a little bit of a fusion of the mechanics, the rock, paper, scissors mechanics of Punch-Out, fused with a Turtles in Time type of scrolling beat 'em up.
Punch-Out's a very good thing to mention as well. Yeah, exactly. We want to teach people that it's about taking your moment out, watch what the bad guys are doing, you'll learn their pattern, and then you'll just take them all out. Because, yeah, it's about reactions. Carefully observing and reacting and just making all of their efforts futile. Like,
that's awesome.
They're going to try so hard to beat you, and you're going to beat them every time.
And have you already zeroed in on some of the best players out there? Like, I'm imagining that maybe some fighting game players are really good at playing this game. They get the timing perfectly right away.
Based on when we were touring the game around pre-launch, we did find out that players who were fans of fighting games, they were predisposed. They kind of came equipped with the knowledge.
Yeah.
So sometimes we would meet players who would say, "Oh, I don't even understand what a parry is."
Yes.
We're like, "Oh yeah, no, we can explain. It's a block." There's ways of describing it for people. But when someone instantly clues in, they go like, "Oh, you're saying parry? Done, got it."
Nice.
I've downloaded the information. I already know what to do. So yeah. And, we've seen players sharing online, their best combos, their best strings, their best fights, which has been really cool.
That's awesome.
And
what happens when you beat the game? Did you guys unlock extra content to sort of replay it or extra difficulty levels?
It's a game that one of the things that we did with the game that's not traditionally done with a brawler is we do give you ratings on every fight you do.
Okay.
So it's a game that's designed that we say for players that are really into it, just like typically fighting game players or a lot of players is striving for perfection.
Yeah.
Trying to get through every fight in the game without a scratch. So everything's replayable. You can revisit things, and we reward players who take the time to kind of master things and then can get through the whole game without a scratch.
That's awesome. So the game is out now. It's on the PlayStation 4. It's on the Xbox One. It's on the PC. Is it coming to the Switch?
It's something that I can say that we would love to explore. So we don't have any news right now. We don't have anything to say about that. But speaking to what we released it on, and myself, I can speak to my own personal experience. I'm a gamer who owns every console.
Yeah.
I love every console. So I can say it's a personal goal of mine, but we'll share news if we ever have it.
Got you. And are you finding you've got a player base building up on any one console right now, or is it kind of evenly split right now?
It is really evenly split, which we're very happy to see that. I personally believe multi-platform releases are important.
Yep.
Especially for
an
indies.
Indie team. Yeah.
Yeah. We want all players to be able to experience the game. We don't want anyone to miss out.
Yep.
So we're doing the best that we can. To do that, and we're seeing that players have been receptive to that too. Players from all different communities are taking part, which we're also really happy about.
Could you see this thing work on iOS and Android as well?
That's also something that we would look into.
Yeah.
I have some experience in my career working on iOS and mobile games, years past, and a specific type of game works really well right there.
Yeah.
But that being said, just how I kind of talked about the game kind of is based in a cartoon universe, we've always said that we feel that the universe is perhaps bigger than this one game.
Got you. Interesting.
We definitely feel like we have a universe, so maybe we have things to work with.
Very cool. So tell me a little bit about household games. It looks like we may be in a household. Or you?
Yes. Yes. Household Games is a household operation. We're an indie team based in Toronto, and the core members are spread about different parts of the GTA.
Yeah.
We work from our homes in that kind of true indie style.
And you use the internet to just kind of share the development of the game, and you go back and forth, basically online.
Yeah. We work remotely. There's no end to really great tools for communication, collaboration. We can share everything on a moment's notice nowadays. Luckily, there's no problem sending huge files back and forth and sharing things in real time online. It's really cool to do, art collaboration in real time over the internet. It's a non-issue, and it works really well for us.
That's awesome. And that also explains why you were so open to being on our show on Skype today. You had the technology, and you were able to make this happen for us very quickly. Thank you for that.
Absolutely. This is how I operate in my day to day. So yeah, virtual conferencing, absolutely.
That's awesome. I know one of the cool things that you did with Way of the Passive Fist is you took an arcade machine and you traveled all over the damn world with this thing, didn't you? Yeah,
Yes.
Does that still exist, and can people still find it somewhere to go and play the game that way?
Oh yes, it still exists. Right now, it exists in one of the homes of my co-founders.
Yep.
We plan on trading it within ourselves, our own homes, back and forth for a little bit.
Yeah.
And no, we definitely, it's a thing that we built to share with community. So we bring it down anytime we're traveling. If we're showing at a show or we're going to be at something, I imagine in the future as well, when we're ready to show our next game, if we're at PAX, we're going to have a nice big PAX booth where we're showing our new game, and we'll always have the Way of the Pacifist arcade cabinet, and maybe we'll build a stable of cabinets. We don't know what the future holds.
You know who has a ton of space in Toronto? Ubisoft Toronto has a ton of space in Toronto.
Oh.
And there are so many great indie developers out there. I feel like you guys should all make a bunch of your cool indie games in arcade cabinets and set up a little arcade at Ubisoft Toronto and then meet there and invite the rest of Canada out to come and enjoy it.
That is a pretty good idea. I have good friends at Ubisoft, and they are really great industry leaders, and they're great in the city. They've been awesome for the city of Toronto as great leaders for the development scene.
Well, there's something in the water out there because you guys have got so many great creative ideas, and I know you're friends with the Guacamelee team, and Nathan Vella and his group over there as well, and. It's great to see, and I have to say congratulations again. And I am still digging into Way of the Passive Fist. I'm not ready to give my review on the game yet or anything, but I have loved this story and have really enjoyed getting to know you. And I'm proud of you guys. Way to go!
Well, thank you very, very much. We're glad to be part of the indie development scene. Indies stick together. I've learned so much from people in the past. I've had many a mentor, and thank you very much. I really appreciate it. It's, like I said, it's great to have this moment where we have our game out, and we're really proud. And I'm proud of the team that helped me put this together.
Awesome, man. Well, looking forward to finding out what's next from you guys when you're ready. And you should go out and check out Way of the Passive Fist, everybody. But right now, you can check out my and Johnny Millennium's review of Rampage.
I'm Johnny Millennium, this is Victor Lucas, and this, all around us, is Film Fury. Well, not quite. We were in a theater with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson watching a video game adaptation of an old video game that we used to play as kids. How often did you play this game back then?
I liked Rampage.
Me
yeah,
too.
This is Film Rampage that we're on today. I feel like The Rock, though, can sell anything, and it's good business to be in business with The Rock. He's the highest paid movie star in the world.
It's great to be The Rock.
It's great to be The Rock. And I didn't hate this movie. I thought it was pretty enjoyable for the most part. Did you hate it?
Okay, we're getting straight to it?
Yeah.
We're just going to jump right in?
Well, I mean, you want to beat around the bush for
No, I don't want to beat around the bush. I absolutely hated this movie so much.
Okay.
I thought I was having an anxiety attack during the movie because I felt so stupid. I reached over for my water, and I wished it was gin. No joke. I was like, why isn't this alcohol?
Well, the premise was three giant monsters fighting each other and destroying a city.
And that's the problem.
I mean,
we can't take that premise and make it into a movie.
They did, though. I
know.
can't believe that they did, and I was watching it, and I was watching you, and the utter amazement, and just started cackling for no reason. But the reason is, it's ludicrous that this exists, but it's way better than you think it's going to be.
What? Really?
Right? How good did you think a Rampage movie was going to be?
Vic, defend this movie to me, please.
Well, I mean, it had decent effects. They weren't mind-blowing, but the monsters looked kind of cool, and there was this one really great shot in this movie where a building topples, and The Rock and all the monsters are on top of it, and it comes crashing down in the middle of Chicago, and they had to kind of fly a chopper and not get destroyed. But I've never seen anything like that.
You've never seen anything like that in a movie?
Not with monsters and The Rock and a half busted up chopper, and everybody kind of survives this destruction. And
this is like Kong Skull Island at the end with all that fighting with the monsters and all that.
Yeah, Kong Skull Island is a better movie, and there's better monster movies out there. Even that boring Gareth Edwards Godzilla movie was better than this.
This is like Mighty Joe Young.
Mighty Joe Young probably
reminded me of that,
But I came in with the lowest of low expectations.
So did I.
Thinking this was just going to be utter crap, and it's it is not utter crap. There's still some enjoyment in this movie.
The comedian is in this movie.
Yes, it's Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
The best performance in the entire movie.
Except if you've watched any of his performance as Negan in The Walking Dead, because he's still doing that side-eyed Texan, I'm so Negan, we're going to swing a bat now, but I got a gun in my holster type thing. He's doing that whole goddamn performance for this whole movie, and it takes you right out of it.
That's how bad this movie is, that's the best performance. And let me just say...
No way, The Rock is good in this. He sells this.
I'm just about to say it.
He likes the apes.
I like The Rock in anything and
yes.
everything, even if it's the stupidest crap ever.
Yeah.
I like The Rock.
Sure.
But this movie's, I mean, like...
It's dumb, man.
This is so dumb.
It's not going to make you smarter, but you know
It
that
made
when you
me
buy
dumber.
the ticket.
I was like, I mean, no, I'm really not... I was sitting there and I'm like, I remember I looked at my watch and I'm like, there's an hour and a half to go.
They made a full 2-hour movie out of Rampage, the video game, with a premise of monsters fighting each other and destroying buildings and eating people.
Yeah.
But if you know that, and you want to see that, and you want to see the effects,
I mean,
you can go see that. The one thing I think is weird, and this is not an affront to any costume designers out there, but the costume designer got a full-page credit at the end of the movie. And, like, I don't remember the clothes in this movie at all.
I do. The main two bad guys or whatever, I remember their clothes. They were like, he had a suit, she always wore a dress that was totally ill-fitting.
But my point is, this is fully a special effects movie, a visual effects movie.
This is not a costume.
Yes.
This is a period piece.
Right. And
all.
so, like, I know that the visual effects supervisor got a full screen thing or got a big mention in there, but this is like the costumes mean nothing to this movie.
Well, then that's
and they're so forgettable. But anyways, the visual effects people deserve way more love because this movie would not exist.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking, when this game came out, if this movie came out with it, that would have been pretty rad and fun in the 80s.
The 80s needed more movies like this.
Right?
Sure, yeah.
But they couldn't make those movies because the visual effects technology and the artistry wasn't there.
Thank God.
But this is one of those cheeseball 80s kind of like, it shouldn't work, but it does kind of work movie, you know?
You know, it's funny we're talking about The Rock and the other performances.
Yeah.
You're right. This is only an effects movie. This is not about The Rock.
No.
The Rock couldn't get himself out of this one. It doesn't matter what he does.
He's standing toe-to-toe with George the gorilla, and they're fighting a giant lizard.
I
It's
know,
like,
he's
why does the giant ape need The Rock at all?
I
You
know.
Like, he could just go, oh, sorry, The Rock, I stepped on you.
I know.
And
This is what I'm talking about. But the reason why I'm being so hard on it,
Yes.
it's so stereotypically stupid,
Yeah.
and I don't think they could have done it another way. I get that, but this is not a good film.
When I saw the trailer, I said, that could be cheesy fun, but I was expecting it to be terrible, and I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's utter crap. We see a lot of crap.
This is up there with The Mummy for me, honestly.
No way.
Yes.
This is better than
no,
The Mummy.
It's not the,
It's
no,
better
it's
than
not.
The Mummy. The
This
Mummy
is
was
dumb.
terrible,
No,
man.
this is a movie. If I saw on Netflix and watched the first 5 minutes, I'd be out. I don't want to watch this type of movie.
Not only is this better than The Mummy, it's better than that Pirates of the Caribbean garbage that we watched last
Well,
summer
you
as
know,
well.
they're all in the same load of crap. I don't know, man. I looked around at the audience, and I was just like, I felt like we were all getting brainwashed by this garbage entertainment.
yes.
Like they keep shoveling at us, and
yeah.
we keep consuming
It is
because
not,
we're so stupid.
It's not high cinema. You're
It is
absolutely
not-
right.
and I know,
We,
and I-
we
I-
need to
yeah.
review more period drama.
Like movies like Annihilation. That's why I go to the
Sure,
theaters,
yes,
you know?
yes. This
I mean,
doesn't deserve to be in the same multiplex as Annihilation.
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
and-
You're right. You're right.
But I'm with you. If you're
It's
if you
like-
just want a stupid
Yes.
monster movie, you're going to get that.
And we're in the summertime now, man. This is when you bring
Even
it.
though
Like
it's raining in Vancouver for 8 months. Yeah.
one of the production entities behind this was ASAP Productions, and I feel like that's the motto with people working with The Rock right now. It's like The Rock says, "Hey, you know, that might let's make it, let's do it."
Anything he wants.
And they did it.
And the funny thing is, they even show the arcade machine of the Rampage
Yes.
in the background,
So-
like 10 times.
Not.
It's not like
beating
subtle.
You over the
It's like
head.
there it is. There it is. It's like, yeah, I get it.
If
I
you
get
are
it.
looking for subtle in a movie called Rampage with 3
You're not gonna
giant
get it.
monsters fighting each other and busting Chicago,
I know.
good luck with that.
You're not going to get
Yeah.
it. We're going to get to the end of this because I need to go home and I need a drink. I need to turn that
you're-
water into something
You're
else.
missing the gin. I get you.
I'm-
Listen, I think if you've got a bucket of popcorn, and you check your brain at the door.
Check it way at the door, outside, in the car, in the parking lot.
And if you like watching giant, even The Rock came up at the beginning of the movie and said all that too. Like he said it to the audience, a special screening thing, right? He said, "Look, I made this because I like giant monsters, and that's what this is."
Well, make a good giant monster movie.
It's
Make something fun, better.
Nah,
I've
all
seen
right.
this a million times before.
We haven't seen a lizard and a giant wolf and a giant ape.
Yes, we have. Kong
destroy
Skull Island. We saw all
Chicago.
of them. We saw all. We just didn't destroy a city. We destroyed like a freaking jungle.
I guess, and the sequel of Kong Skull Island will be in Chicago, so we'll
There
probably
you
see
go.
it again.
We're gonna get it
But
again.
I'll tell
Vic.
you what,
Isn't that
I think
amazing?
this is going to be a big hit, and we're going to see more from this because The Rock is like Midas right now.
I like The Rock.
What are you going to give Rampage?
I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 10.
A 2?
I absolutely hated
Wow,
it. I never
man.
want to see this crap again.
Okay, all right. I feel the hate. I'm going to give it a 5.5 out of 10. I think it's better than that. And,
You still have a chance to change it to a 4.
No. It's above average. It's better than I expected. Oh my God, it's always fun to watch Johnny just blow up like that. And there were moments when I was watching the movie with him when I looked over at him and he was just like, "What is happening? What are they doing to my head?" And some movies are like that, man. Like I hated that Red Sparrow movie with I forget her name, Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah, it was terrible. And it was just insulting. And I fell asleep. I actually fell asleep in that movie, and I was just insulted by that flick. But Johnny really hated that movie, so that was really fun. But listen, and that was a movie, like 30, 40 years in the making, and then they just throw The Rock in and it gets made. That's how that one happened. But it was better than I thought it was going to be. But listen, I want to talk about we've had a lot of love given from us to God of War and from many other outlets out there as well. God of War is incredible. So I haven't had a lot of time to play other things. I will be frank and honest with you. But one game that I have gone back to, and I know it's been out for a little while, but it speaks to me. It's called Ruiner, and I started to play it a little bit more in-depthly last night and a little bit this morning. Oh, we got it. We got volume coming in off the TV, and I was super impressed by the quality of this game. This is a game published by Devolver Digital, and I thought it would be fun for me to tell you guys a little bit about it. It's also kind of like it's not only a live review on the run, it's also a live buried treasure because I don't think it sold that well. It's a dual stick shooter, so right away, it's in the vein of games like Smash TV or Robotron 2084, the Eugene Jarvis classics that are some of my favorite games of all time. I love dual stick shooters, and I love dual stick shooters that engage a little bit of a plot and give you some really clear objectives and goals. Just like Smash TV kind of really elevated from the sort of primitive ideas that Robotron did. This game also introduces some great new sort of concepts in here. It's a cyberpunk game. It was developed by a Polish studio, and it's got a really cool, slick design, which you can see. I mean, it's very muted, very bleak lighting, cool colors that when they do burst out and pop out, they're beautiful to see, especially all the blood spurts. Obviously, this is a game that's sort of in line with Devolver's Hotline Miami 1 and 2. I don't think it has quite the artistic sort of merit or sort of challenge that Hotline Miami did. The originality that Hotline Miami kind of created. Mostly because this feels a little bit like they borrowed from Blade Runner and they borrowed from lots of other sci-fi kind of pieces that we've seen before. But it's slick. It's elegantly done. You're not only just running around in these sort of dark and dank arenas blasting away at people, you're also engaged with people inside of this little town called, I think it's called Rengkok, which is the super metropolis in the future. And you are hacking sort of cybernetic cats that are roaming around. Everybody's augmented, it's the future. And you're dealing with mechanics and you're getting sent on sort of, hunt missions. You're collecting coins and other doodads and things like that. You're meant to kind of connect the dots. You're trying to find a brother that has been taken, and you're trying to infiltrate all of these different bad guy areas, and you deal with a bunch of henchmen and lots of goons, some that have some cybernetic, new abilities and cool weaponry. You take them out, and then there are mini bosses, and then there are like giant robot bosses. One of them is called Mother, I believe, which is, I think, an homage or a tip of the hat to Mother Brain from the Metroid games.
And you're basically working up the ladder trying to get to the end boss and free your brother. And along the way, you're challenged with all kinds of things. You can do these special finishing attacks called ruins, which give you these karma coins. You can also open up chests and things like that and collect this karma. And you've got a lot of extra sort of augmented cybernetic abilities as well. You're kind of half man, half machine, and you're hacked. And you've got this voice in your head that's constantly pushing you forward, and she calls you puppy, and she's just referenced as her, and she's kind of saying like, do it again or whatever. And you die a lot in this game, and sometimes she just says that was painful to watch. And literally it is painful to watch, and it's painful to go through, and that's one of the things that sort of holds this game back a little bit. It is excruciatingly difficult at points. Sometimes you feel like you're such a badass and you can just wail through it, and it doesn't seem like there's any problems at all, and then you hit these choke points where you die and die and die and die again. And you have to kind of come with the patience. And I think one of the things that helps me enjoy the game a little more is because I've played so many. Like, I have restarted a Robotron session 50 times or 60 times, to try to get higher in my high scores. So I know what that feeling is like. And Robotron, if you've never played it, is an incredibly difficult and complex game where you're shooting in every direction. Same with Smash TV. So I kind of came with some of the tools to be able to kind of appreciate this, but I know that this is not going to be for everybody. But I like the cyberpunk design. I like the kind of machine-y music that's throughout this thing. I like the, like there's actually dialogue that's happening in here, not voiced, but you have communication with people. And most of the answers that you can give are you can nod or you can crack your knuckles. And so somebody asks you a question, and you nod or crack your knuckles, and then you get into combat, which, there's this sort of dark sense of humor about it as well, and just this really cool stylistic design. I had fun with Ruiner. It is absolutely a game that, makes sense in my life, and I don't know if it's going to be perfect for everybody out there, but if you like a slick, stylish dual-stick shooter that looks like this, I think you will have a lot of fun with it. I think that the dev team and Devolver put a lot of love into this sucker. And they just recently dropped a free bit of DLC that gave you a whole bunch of different costumes. You can wear suits, and there's tons of weapons in here, ice beams and laser beams and lots of machine guns. And you're constantly running out of ammo, but when you spend the karma coins, you can augment how much ammo you have. You can basically outfit yourself to be more and more of a badass. And then there's a tougher mode that you can unlock, and there's also arena battles that you can get into. There's a speed run mode. So quite a bit of, quite a bit of value in this dual stick carnage. And it's available, I think, on everything. I think I played it on the PS4, but I think you've got it on the PC and Xbox One, and I would not be surprised if there is a Switch version announced very soon. Ruiner is cool. I think it's fun. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. All right. We don't have anything else to throw to, do we? What is it? Buried treasure. Oh, yes, we do have one other thing to throw to. It's today's Buried Treasure. Back in 2012, Ubisoft released a game called I Am Alive, and it's, one of these kind of survival tales. It's set in a dystopian kind of environment. There's massive destruction that has happened, and you play a father trying to find his family, and along the way you find this and rescue this little girl, and, you get into some really tough combat situations, and you've got to kind of struggle to survive and scavenge anything that you can, all the tools and the equipment and the sort of things that will keep you healthy and alive and keep you alive. You've got to find all of that stuff and just keep going. And you've got to explore a lot of the environment, and you encounter a lot of just grotesque humans that are ready to do whatever they have to do to survive, including coming out and chasing you and hunting you with crowbars and stuff. It was incredibly violent, and of course it's going to look super dated right now, but there was a sense of realism that was effectively crafted by the Ubisoft Shanghai team here, and it was a solid experience. It really it gutted you as you played it, because you felt like you were in real danger for the entire thing. You felt very mortal in this game. It's called I Am Alive, and it felt like the whole thing was out to kill you. It was
cool, though. It was a very nice kind of, smaller title. It's a downloadable only experience. I did notice that the Xbox 360 game is backwards compatible on the Xbox One, so if you've already got it in your library, guess what? You can boot it up and play it again. I wouldn't mind if Ubi kept going with some of these smaller experiences and some of these smaller titles. I think it's worth re-exploring. It's one of those games where you can find it in your library or purchase it for a pretty, low dollar amount these days and still have a good time with it. I Am Alive is absolutely a buried treasure.
I Am Alive, super fun game, and man, it was sunny that day. We're sure missing the sun right now in Vancouver. I don't know what the weather's like in the place that you're watching this, but thank you very much for watching this. I have one other thing to review, and it's a brand new Lost in Space series that Netflix has just premiered. Today is the premiere day for this brand new series that obviously takes place in space for a little while, but I've only watched the first episode, so I'm not going to do like a whole series review. I can just give you a sense of what it was like to watch this first of 10 episodes in the first season. I just watched it this morning, and I was actually quite moved. I think that they've done a pretty terrific job with the casting of the family. Molly Parker is the big name in the show. She plays the mother of they're all the Robinson family. I forget the mom's name. We all know Danger Will Robinson, who's the little boy, and then there are a couple of daughters, and then there's a father played by Toby Stevens, and they had to get the kids right, and I think they've done a pretty damn good job, because we all know that sometimes the kid acting Phantom Menace can be really off-putting and take you right out of the experience. And there is so much emphasis on the family dynamic. And one of the things that I really liked about this first episode, and we'll see if it sort of continues on with the rest of the show, is that it's a family-friendly show. It feels like it's kind of like a Star Trek / Battlestar Galactica that kids can watch too, and some of that is problematic as well, because there's some crazy, weird logic issues, like conducting a surgery in weather that's supposed to be 60 degrees below zero, and kids that just get lost and they're totally fine. But I did like where the drama got to, and I did like that I had real concern for the well-being of these children, and that's not easy to do if you're making something family-friendly, right? Because you don't want to push it too far. You don't want it to be too violent and too scary. And so far in that first episode, I think they did a really good job at sort of butting up to that edge. I mean, in fact, and I'll just give you a quick overview. It's this family that's escaping Earth because Earth is super inhospitable, and they're looking for a new place to colonize. And for some reason, they crash land, and I'm not going to spoil it, but they crash land on this planet, and all kinds of hell breaks loose, and one of the kids is put in jeopardy right away. And so a big chunk of the episode is to help rescue that kid. And in the middle of that rescue, another kid gets into jeopardy, and so the time is running out, and there's a real sort of pressure cooker kind of scenario. And one of the things that was really amazing about this is there was no titles, there were no credits. There was there are end credits, but there was nothing to tell you what you were watching at the beginning of the show. Netflix just assumes you press the play button, you know what you're watching, and it was just like drama. It was just content. It was movement, and there was a little bit of a flashback element in it, but for the most part, it was like, you 5 actors, you pull this off. You're tight together. You make us believe you're a family, and you make us believe that there's real danger, Will Robinson. And let's see if people stay for the rest of it. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to stay for the rest of it. I wish my daughter was a little bit older so that we could watch this together, which is a good thing, man. I think that's a cool comment to make on a new property like this. Netflix is doing pretty good with these TV shows, and the effects are okay. They're still TV sized, like there's a lot of this forest sequence. I think a lot of it was shot in the Vancouver area, and there's a lot of foresty type stuff. They shot Battlestar here, so obviously there's going to be familiar looking scenery if you're a fan of BSG. But they didn't really augment the forest to make it's not Avatar. Let's put it that way. It's like our trees with a few kind of CG mushrooms and stuff put on them. But the robot effects are pretty rad, and the space effects are pretty cool. Parker Posey's also in this show as well. And I'm looking forward to seeing where the Robinsons' adventures take me. I was actually kind of impressed and kind of taken in by this. And so good job, Netflix and the producers of Lost in Space. For the premiere episode, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10, and I'm going to stay tuned for more. And what I'll do is I'll get you guys a full series review as soon as I've binged all the episodes. All right? 7.5 out of 10 for Lost in Space. And now, I believe, my friend Blake, it is time to do a little bit more a way out. But we're going to do something different today. We are going to try playing the game with some sound. And, you know what? I knew this was going to happen. I have to connect to the internet, so give me 1 second while this connects, because we're switching internet connections here. So 1 second. We are going to play this game with sound. Set up internet connection, Wi-Fi, boom. Okay, here we go. Hopefully this is on. There it is. Oh, it's got to activate the damn software. Oh, we unplugged the Ethernet on the back of the PlayStation in the beginning of the thing. We shouldn't have done that. Okay, here we go. 1 second. Let's see if we can activate. I bought all of the software. So this is scintillating. Okay, get up there. I haven't had to do this live before. Okay. Okay, 1 second. Yep, you guys are fine.
While you're doing that, Vic, I'm going to set up my headphones.
Yes. Oh my God, I have so many licenses. This is going to take forever. This might not. Okay, it says 85 seconds. Okay, let's see how this goes.
Everyone.
So you can ask some questions and stuff while I'm trying to figure this out.
Hang on, I got to get my chair.
Okay. Never.
Normally we do all this stuff
Yeah.
when we're running videos, but we didn't have enough today. So.
Never change your internet settings when you've started a live stream with your PlayStation. Ridiculous.
So where were we last time we played A Way Out, Vic? Give the audience a refresher.
We were climbing up. Did we wear the same shirt? No. Okay. Thank God.
Oh my God.
We it's all right. Hi, it's the two Plaid brothers. We were climbing out of a like a chimney or something like that. We were back to back climbing out.
Right,
Should we just reenact
And
it?
we had to.
Let's just reenact it
It
until
was
we're.
this. And then we both kept messing up. Oh, we screwed up.
Yeah, that's what we were doing.
Sorry, headphone users.
Yeah, apologize. Okay.
And so we got the wrench.
Yeah.
Now we get to find out what we're doing with the wrench.
Okay, so let's find out.
When we're done restoring licenses.
Okay, cannot restore some licenses. Okay, but that's okay. Some are going to work. So we did get online.
Okay, I'm gonna
Nothing
go.
stopped.
Now that that's running, I'm gonna go switch it over to.
Oh, we got to start it again. So hopefully this isn't going to create any kind of weird noises or anything like that. Okay. I did say A Way Out, Clayton Blair. Do we shop at the same clothing store? There's only one clothing store in Canada. I don't know that it's the Plaid R Us. Do you guys have Plaid R Us in the country that you live? Oh, the cursor's there. Okay. Looks like the audio's okay.
I'll let you know in a sec.
Okay. You guys don't get this type of quality from two guys on HBO. This is only on EPN. That's right. Okay, so we are going to press the button to continue.
Sounds good, yeah.
Playing local. Okay, I need you to unplug the headphone jack so we can hear it on the TV a little bit. Yeah? Okay.
Let me hear it when you do that.
Okay. I can't hear anything.
Hang on.
There it is. Okay. Here we go. Continue. And I'm this guy with the sideburns, and you're this guy. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. So we are going to do our best to concentrate. We got some good feedback from my terrible playing of God of War 3 yesterday. It's different when I'm on the set than when I'm, just in my house streaming and just using the headset. It's tough to kind of concentrate and do really well in any game when you're trying to communicate about it.
This isn't as easy as we make it look.
Clear. We don't make it look easy at all. So I'm going to
Once
concentrate.
again, let me know if the audio sucks and I'll fix it.
Yes. Looks like people are wanting to know what's in there. I've got Star Wars Rogue Squadron in the. We're starting to build a little sort of collection of machines so that we can jump into whatever we want whenever we want.
Oh shoot! I didn't put on the game.
What do you mean? Oh, you got us on. Okay. He's just changing the angle right now. There we go.
There's the game.
Okay, the game is on, so we're back in here. So I've got Star Wars. I've got this was the version 2 of the SNES. We have one of the old classic ones somewhere in our archive. This has got Tetris and Dr. Mario. We've got an NES machine down there, Dreamcast, a little bit of everything.
I'm gonna unbutton my shirt so we don't look exactly the same.
Okay. Do you have an undershirt on? Okay.
No.
Just. I'm just gonna be half naked. Is that good?
Yes.
Need one of those Elgato switcher things. Yes.
Okay.
There's
What are we
still
doing?
some pieces
We're
of it.
handing over.
Okay. So I'm holding this.
Okay.
I'm unlocking screws. I feel like half this game is you unlock screws.
Yes.
Right?
That's what it feels like anyway.
Okay. So I've done that. Now I'm gonna give this to you.
Okay.
And you're gonna take it.
Handing it to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Now what do I do?
Now you do the same thing. You unlock screws. This is the unlock screwing aid. Take it all off. Oh, take it all out. Doyo1 says.
Doesn't YouTube have a restriction against that?
Yeah, we're not getting naked on.
Or no,
on
Twitch
EPN.
does. You're not allowed to show nipples on Twitch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
probably not a bad idea for a broadcast.
This is the top of where we did the shimmy up to, right?
Yes.
The back-to-back shimmy.
I think we're doing this again because we got something that we needed before.
Yeah, because we got to the top and then we realized we needed a wrench.
Yes.
And then we had a flashback
Yes.
where we. Yeah. So now,
Okay.
it didn't make us replay the same.
Yes. And the reason this is the 4th time that we're playing this game because it requires 2 people to play it at the same time. So we are looking for something to light up that sort of says we can progress within this
This whole game is basically, let's be honest, you run around the edge of the environment until you find the prompt, and then you just do it. You
Prompt
just
Hunter.
prompt the prompt.
Prompt Hunter.
It's Prompt Hunter, the game.
Yeah.
What do I do with this?
I think that's what we used to climb into the.
Okay, and
into
then
the
we
vent
climb
up
up
there.
in this vent.
Yeah.
How do we climb?
Did you get a prompt? Okay. Okay, get in there.
That vent is yellow, so I know we have to go into it.
They need to do things to get us going.
That's not bad game
Yeah,
design. I
here
don't
we
have a
go.
problem with that.
They gotta give us some ideas.
Oh, we're in the Jeffries tube.
The what?
That's a Star Trek reference.
Oh,
Vic.
okay, all right. The what? The what now?
The Jeffries tube is like any vent or crawl space on a.
Who said what to the what now? That's a Simpsons reference right there. All right, so go on in there.
I'm just
Okay.
Laura Crofting my way to the
Okay.
other end.
Darkstorm says he's sure there's no nudity allowed on YouTube as well.
I think you can, because I've seen naked videos and stuff on YouTube.
Really? Okay,
yes.
so we're hiding from cops. Okay.
Oh, there's people over there. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's
I thought
why.
I had to go jump over there. What are we doing?
Can we go down?
Well, I have a square prompt, but that's to cover.
Oh, here we go. Going around here.
So we got to Gears of War our way around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, we're all right. We're through. Now what? Here we go. We're out.
What did you just? How do I?
Come on.
Okay.
Let's do this. We're out. This is our way out, guys. The
did it.
game
We
is
found a
about
way
to
out.
end.
We
Here it
finished the
is.
game. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Damn. We gotta bust this door open.
Here we go. Getting out.
1, 2. Wait.
Yeah, those guys are gonna hear us. If we
Oh,
break
we
through.
got lightning and thunder and all
There's-
kinds of stuff.
Oh, they're gonna
propane tank.
time. We're gonna time it.
People are telling us how to cheat.
We gotta time
Oh,
it.
1, 2.
gotta time it for
Oh,
the-
with the thunder.
Yes. So
good.
listen.
It's working. Just a couple more like
As
that.
soon as we see the lightning.
That's cool.
So it's not like in real life where you hear the. Oh fuck.
Dude.
Shit. It's not like in real life where you hear the thunder before the lightning.
Yes.
He's
We're
like-
out.
Because in real life, lightning and thunder doesn't happen at the same time. It only does that in movies.
Credits.
See that tower?
No.
That better not be the end of the game.
No, it is not the end of the game.
We played it for like 10 minutes.
Hey, watch out.
Okay.
Level 3, you time your farts with a... No. That can't be... Is that real?
There's no fart.
Sean
things.
L.
No,
That's
that
like
Sean L's a joker.
that's something like Scott Jones would come up with.
Oh. Good
You
night.
actually get to
Good
play
night.
a game.
Good night,
Yeah.
buddy. I don't need your gun or your flashlight though.
Well, how could you use it anyway, right?
Over there. Through the ward.
Think about it. What would you use a gun for? If you got
Well,
like, you're not gonna shoot anyone because then you're gonna go to jail for murder.
Yeah,
you're still
but
gonna
you
get
could
caught.
threaten somebody to
You're still gonna get caught.
open that door, copper, and you'd get caught for sure. And now they'd be shooting at you for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would not
Okay.
have a gun in this situation.
All right, so you
I remember
climb
this
up.
because we were here before. in
Yes,
the-
that's right. We had to do this in the daylight, so we did a practice
Oh,
run
and we
before.
hit it. We hit a shiv up there, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
So I go over here, and then I meet you on the other side, I think.
Where's that? I'm just like standing there looking.
Yeah. Where'd you go?
Where'd you go? Hey.
Okay, so now we are... There's something yellow here. Oh, we don't need to climb in there anymore, though, right? Oh, there's a cop up
Where
there.
are we going, Vic? What am I doing?
I think you're waiting for me.
Where though?
Oh, wait a second.
There's a guard tower over there. Is that what we're looking at? Like,
Do I open something up here? Nothing. There's
there's
no
a
prompts.
yellow thing there. There must be. You must do something with the yellow thing.
There's no prompt that comes
It's
up.
like a
though.
yellow strip.
I think that's how we snuck in to steal something before. So, and I think we have it. So I feel like I must be doing this now.
Oh, there's a guard, so you just take him down? Maybe I should hide.
Yeah, I gotta take him down.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So he's down.
Ezio would be proud.
Okay. Now what do we do?
There's nothing. There's no prompt on the guard at all. Like. Oh
No.
my god, these controls.
There's a ladder here. Can you get across over there?
Oh yeah, maybe.
There it is.
Oh, so you just knocked the. So I gotta. Did you kick that down?
Is that the door that we came out of?
Yeah. Was that down? Was that ladder down before?
I think it was. I think it was.
Okay.
So what are we doing?
There's a guard tower here. Do we have to do something with this?
Can we climb around it?
We hit a shiv up here at the beginning. You remember? Did we use that shiv already?
Where did we hide it?
It was over by the where I let you up.
Oh, maybe that's what we need to open the...
I think we need the shiv.
Okay.
And then we gotta do something with the shiv.
Okay. Probably the yellow thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I took down the guard.
Can I get back this way? How did you get up here?
There's a thing right
there's
here.
something
I'll go see if it's over
Yeah, I
there.
bet you we use that shiv on the yellow thing.
All right. Oh, okay.
Seems like why would a prison even have all these ladders and things?
So we're
Like,
breaking
why
in.
would you even make a prison
Oh, man,
like that?
was that really necessary?
Oh, we should have broke in when the lightning was happening. Okay, all right, so we're inside. We're in somebody's house now.
I see a prompt over here, so it's something we're supposed to do.
Spin
What
the
does that
globe.
do?
That's very important.
Does it keep getting faster and faster, I wonder? Now I wonder if this
Find
globe
out-
is geographically accurate for the time it takes place.
I don't think so.
Give to be there
Look,
right
you gotta isolate our vacation spot
What are we doing?
for when we get out on the globe.
Oh. What are we doing up here, Vic? Do we have to do anything?
I don't know.
There's a door. I found a door.
I think there's a lot of stumbling and bumbling. I
found a door, but there might be guards.
Someone's there.
There's guards.
We gotta be careful.
Take them out.
How do I take them out?
I think we go down now, right?
That's the only way we can go.
Nah. Any good? Great. Who was on it?
We're neglecting the chat, but whatever. We got
We gotta focus.
we got to focus on breaking out of prison here. Can't really see around the.
I think we keep going down, don't we?
What's over here? There's stuff over here.
Area A. Oh no, there's nothing we can do. Okay. It's kind of cool that we're both playing this together. Oh, there's something in here.
There's guards there. What do we do?
Hide. Don't get caught.
There must be
It's kind of
Oh,
nerve-wracking.
here we go. Here we go.
It's kind of nerve-wracking. Where are you?
I'm this way.
Okay.
No, the guards are still. Which way is he looking though? Oh, he's looking. He's in the other room. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Nice.
There's the tower. Watch out for the light.
Okay, so don't go in the light. I bet the light's gonna come by. So
Okay,
hide,
very
hide
Metal
whenever
Gear
the light-
Solid.
Yeah.
Very Metal Gear
Yeah.
Solid. Okay. All right.
Blinded. I don't think the light goes this far though. I don't see. Oh no, there's a beam of light there. Okay.
Going down this way.
Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Ah! I made it. Wait though, Vic. You're gonna get.
I'm on. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, come to where I am. Oh, you going the other way? Okay, that's fine.
Can you run?
Yeah, you hold down L3.
Okay. This is like getting on the ship in Metal Gear 2.
It is, yeah. Only we didn't have to sit through 20 minutes of cutscenes. Oh no, actually we did.
Yeah, we did. We saw Dong.
That's right, I forgot about that.
Would this be better if Vic and Scott were full screen and the game was a thumbnail in the corner? Well, Scott's not here. So that would be the first thing we'd have to take care of. Good night.
Blinded by the light. Oh, we're gonna get flagged if I sing that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Copyright.
Yeah.
I do not own the rights to the. Oh, I can control the light.
We
Look
can
at
use that wire. We just need something to slide down with.
Oh my goodness. Are we actually gonna get out?
that. Are we gonna get out of this prison?
I think we might.
We need like fabric. Something to slide down. Oh, a hanger. Got it.
Cool. That does not seem safe at all.
I would do it to get out of prison.
Damn. That's pretty
Yeah.
high.
Oh man. But are you really out of prison though?
Well, I'm in a different part of the prison.
So how'd you do that?
You just go up and press the prompt.
There's no prompt. There it is.
There you go.
Okay.
They probably had to wait till I was done.
Okay. Crazy. Oh! Oh no!
I won't leave you, Vic. I won't leave you.
Holy Christ! Hold on, they're
Okay,
shooting at you.
This is the mad button mashing portion.
Oh my God! Don't let me go! Don't let me go!
I'm not gonna let you go, Vic. I'm not gonna leave you. Don't worry.
Come on! Climb! Get up there! All right, that's pretty cool.
Yay, we did it.
Yay, we're out. Credits. No, not that easy. Okay. Now
How do we know where we're going?
I don't know. It feels like they took the long way out of this prison. Oh, I was looking at you.
So there's a thing here.
Okay.
Leo, hurry up.
Tap.
Tap.
Oh my God, we are running. We are
Out
out.
here. Yeah, we're out of
holy
prison.
Christ.
I shoot it to
We
kill.
broke out of prison, Vic.
Wow.
Trust me. I've got no intention to stop.
People shooting at us.
Luckily, they're Keystone Cops.
Yeah, their aim is as good as the story. Vic, you keep fucking up. Come on now.
What'd I do?
You fell.
That's for drama. That's for heightening the drama. There was no way a clothes hanger would hold up as Matthew Winstone. No, we would
No, in those days, clothes hangers were made to last.
That was until Joan Crawford. No, she was the reverse of that.
I don't get it.
Well, Joan Crawford said no wire coat hangers. That's
Hey, I've
before your
been
time.
meaning to ask
It's
you
from Mommy Dearest. No. Again.
that.
Yes.
No,
been
someone
doing
says
this
that
for-
in The
When we climbed
Graduate.
that shaft,
It's
you know,
in
the
Mommy
back-to-back
Dearest.
thing?
Okay.
No,
There's
no.
also a joke like that.
What
in The
about it?
Graduate.
Oh, is there?
It's before my time.
We found a way out. We did it.
But how did these guys know where to go within the
I
prison?
saw it in a comic.
Like,
I don't know.
Did they
Is-
have a map or something? Like,
Tell me you're joking.
We are in
No.
a plane now. How did we get to
Just glad
that?
it
I don't
worked.
know.
Oh my God.
Are we going to Vietnam? Like, what's
I can't
happening?
fucking believe you talked me into it. Me neither.
All right.
This game's a lot easier with the audio.
Yeah, you
Like,
get
when
into
we
it
can
a bit
hear
more.
what's going on,
Yeah,
you know? Yeah.
absolutely. Well, plus we're out.
What,
Now the
why-
world is our oyster.
Why are we here now?
There.
I think in the plane they're recounting their
Chopper?
glorious mission to get out of prison.
Somebody just compared us to the Sticky
You have to
Bandits.
be careful.
Don't know who
I'm
they
not
are.
going
They're the
back in.
bad guys from Home Alone.
Oh, okay.
Who's?
Find Vincent.
Well, why do we have to find?
He's probably our getaway driver. Oh, he's right there.
I'm Vincent.
You're
Yeah.
Vincent.
You
Find
know,
Vincent.
You know where I am.
And I'm right behind you.
Is it if we get too far away from each other, it
Yes.
just tells us where we are?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, we got to Last of Us our way up to the top of this thing.
Okay, let's do this. Yeah, the one thing about God of War, there was none of this. There was no co-op, right? There could have been this opportunity to play a lot of that game with 2 people.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the next wave.
It's so weird
with
too,
all these
because
games.
then you think about a game like Far Cry 5,
Yes.
which I just finished,
Yeah.
and I played pretty much co-op the whole way through.
Yeah.
Like that seems like very counterintuitive that it would have co-op.
And I played some co-op on that. I didn't like it as much as playing a solo.
But don't get me wrong, I like the co-op. It just seems so weird, like because that game is such a singular experience.
Yes.
Whereas this is like a game like God of War or Last of Us is so obviously, co-op centric, and they don't have co-op.
In the game, yes.
Yeah.
But also, I think Last of Us and God of War are such great games to play with other people, to show them, right? So a co-op partner would be able to.
Did you see that little dash I did? When
No.
oh shit! I got to tap X. Fuck! I did it wrong.
Way to go, dude.
I thought it was
See
Assassin's Creed, and it was
see you
just gonna
later.
be dead when I did that.
See you later. Last of Us has no co-op. That's right, Sammy. That's what we're saying. We should have.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, we're saying it should have co-op.
Yeah, we should move to that for some of these games. Uncharted, like
What I'm saying is, it's weird that it doesn't have co-op because
there are 2
it
players.
seems
on
so
screen.
obvious that it would have co-op, right?
That went better than
Because it's
expected.
like 2 people with like traveling together the whole time, right? Blinded by the light.
Remember to tap.
I might just be non-lethal and just sneak by him. I found a way.
Well, then they can find you later.
No, because he just has his route that he follows. It's a good thing there's all these bushes here.
I am knocking these freakos right the hell out. Goodbye.
Well, we're criminals, right? Like they're the good guys.
Yeah.
Oh, come on! I could get up this in real life. What's going on here? Where are we supposed
Ooh,
to go?
2 dudes.
So there's 3 guys?
Shit.
No, 2.
Let's take them out at the same
How
time.
do they escape?
Are you with me?
No, I'm over here. Where are you?
You use your thing to find me.
Where the
I don't
hell
know
is
where you are.
Vincent?
I'm in a bush.
Oh, okay. That's you're in the bush.
Okay, look at my screen and you can find out exactly where I am. Look where I am.
Is this where you are?
Yes.
Okay, I went around.
Go on the other side though.
So I gotta take out these 2 dudes.
Yeah, go on the left. I get the guy on the right.
Oh, you're right there. Okay.
Yeah, let's
so we
do
gotta
it.
time this. Okay.
Get him.
Well, Vic, I wasn't ready. You didn't.
Oh, I thought you were there.
No, but I didn't know we were going yet.
We are the sticky
You gotta
bandits.
tell. You just started going. I wasn't ready. In
I thought
position
you were right
yet.
beside
No,
me.
But I wasn't ready. I didn't know we
Oh,
were gonna go do it yet.
Okay.
I thought we were
all
gonna
right.
take a
Is
second.
it on 3 or is it on 3? Do we count to 3? Is
Oh,
it
good,
when,
we're right
when we
here.
say 3? Okay.
Shit.
Okay.
One,
let's-
take them out at
2,
the same time.
3.
Okay.
How do they escape?
Okay.
Yes.
And this time I'm tapping. Okay. Got it.
Yes. We have
Team-
found a way
teamwork.
out, everybody.
Teamwork.
We have found a way out. This is it.
We followed a linear path and pressed the prompts when they came up, and we found a way out of prison.
How many cops are here?
There's still more cops, though.
Just keep
I
your
keep
head low.
looking at your screen.
Well, don't do that.
Well, it's
Let's just keep our cool when they won't
it's a
see
little
us.
tricky. Okay.
Just don't look
Whoa,
at the
whoa,
screen.
whoa! We don't want to go that way.
Just this way.
No, I need you to get Johnson
Oh,
over there.
dude.
If I send Johnson, we're gonna need some more men. I requested.
I don't.
guy-
I think it's Assassin's Creed logic. So if we're in any kind of bush, they can't see us at all.
He's walking
'Cause,
into
like,
the
you would
rock. Look at that.
You would see a guy, and that's. I'm just gonna take him out. Oh, he's.
Oh, and he found us because he's in the rock. And look at, it's Joe Schmo with the big mustache. He was.
How did he find us inside that?
That
rock?
was a bug that caught us. That was Officer Bug.
Got men here.
How many cops are here? No clue.
You know, that's the type of thing you look for in a police officer.
Yeah.
Can they catch the bad guy even when they're stuck?
When they're
waist deep
phasing
inside a
Yeah,
rock.
when they're phasing through solid rock, solid geometry. Could they also be
Looked like
members of the X-Men?
He had a transporter accident on Star Trek.
Yeah.
He beamed himself halfway into a rock.
Get this guy.
What?
Oh, what?
I got one.
It's
Was
the
it me or
stash.
you?
No, it was me. He's the super cop. I was trying to get him. Yeah, here we go. Let's try this.
We got men here. How many cops are out here? No clue. Just keep your head low. No, I need you to get Johnson over there.
So the whole reason these cops are here looking for us is because you fucked up
Yes.
on the wire.
Yes, it's my bad.
It wasn't a scripted event or anything, Vic.
We are just going to play until the shopping scene in the mall in Costa Rica. When we get to that, then that'll
What?
be the end of the
I
game.
don't get it.
We're just going to keep playing till we get out of here, till we bust out of here.
But why is there? I don't get. Is that a reference to
no,
something?
it's just they gotta go
I thought it
they
might
gotta
be
go on
another
the lamb.
reference to something before my time.
No, that happens a lot though. Okay, we've got a fugitive action here.
Where did they shoot this? The
fugitive scene.
Pacific Northwest?
Yeah, it looks like
They
it.
must have shot this in Vancouver.
Yeah. It's, we don't have all the trees on Earth, but it
We have
feels like
most
we have
of
a
them.
lot. Yes. It does feel like every time I see a movie or a TV show with
Yeah.
lots of green, it's like, was that here?
It's like you can watch, 5 TV shows on the same night, and they'll all have scenes shot in front of the Vancouver Art Gallery.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta take
Uh-oh.
this.
You
there's
gotta
two
go.
of them.
You gotta flank. So.
Okay, yeah.
Catch him in the morning. They won't go
And then is it
But
on
no,
three
I need
or
your,
do we?
I need your help to get up here.
Okay. No, you
Oh
got
no,
it.
oh no, I
You got it.
I'm a Spider-Man way up.
There you go.
real tough guy.
Anything beats being
Vic,
out
now you know what it's like to be me. Crickets. Yes. Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3.
Three. Yeah. Do it like we wrote it.
Yeah, this looks like Washington State. Is that chat? Tell us where this game takes place, because we don't know. It looks like Washington
Could be Oregon.
State. Yeah, Oregon.
Northern California.
Does Maine look like this? It might be like Maine or something. Somewhere on the East Coast. There's big mountains like this, isn't there? Like parts of Montreal.
I
Around
think this
Montreal.
was made in Happy Tapping, boys. That's right, Sean.
Tapping.
Pick to drive the car, Vic. Okay, Clayton.
Oh, we're
I
gonna
will.
get to drive a car?
Yeah.
This is gonna be good.
Here it is.
Somebody just called me Blair in the chat.
Hey, let's go
I'm
that
fine
way.
with that.
Vic and Blair tag team action. Oh, I think he's saying
No,
because Clayton
it's way
Blair.
Too hot. Too risky.
Oh, I got it. Okay. I thought he was referring to
I
me
say
as
we take
Blair.
that guy out.
I've had people call me
Take his
that
car,
before.
Cross the bridge.
Take his car across the bridge.
What are you, crazy? Don't like heights, man, okay?
Okay, let's go over the bridge Leo's way. Let's do it. Okay. Boom.
Now, what would happen there if we both decided two different things?
Stalemate. I'm gonna knock him out. Good night, Irene.
I'm gonna sit in the back.
Okay.
Telling you,
So you
this is
gotta be
gonna
my,
work.
you're my chauffeur, Vic.
Back
Okay,
in
get a
the
gun
day.
out. Start shooting at him as they come
I don't have a
out.
gun.
Okay, here we go.
Your credit when
Oh,
we
I gotta
cross the
hide.
bridge.
Okay.
Come on, move already.
I'm not gonna like race out of here.
Push our lock.
No, go full speed, Vic. Fuck it.
On course. You got this. Right. You got this. Watch out for that car. Damn it. You got any other
This is
right
cool.
ideas?
It's kind of
Relax,
nerve-wracking.
I got this. Concentrate on staying out of sight. I have a bad feeling about this. He's too close. Just keep your head down and relax. Fine. Don't do anything stupid.
Who's that?
Oh,
Who's in that car, huh?
drive, Vic. Let's get out of here.
Yo. Oh shit.
Are you steering right now?
I am steering, but it's so weird to be this far back in the car. Like, ah! I don't think we're in the car for long. That was cool. Okay.
But
Okay.
you crashed the car so bad it lost all its
That was
texture
kind
for a
of
second.
like my driver's test right there. Is what that was.
It's like my first driver's test too.
Oh man, now there's dogs.
Oh no.
I don't know if being out was that much better for us. This doesn't seem like the best decision of all times. Okay, everyone jump, 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 jump.
Oh, we got separated?
I think you're right beside me, aren't you? Oh, you're on the
We
other
have two
path.
different paths.
Oh! Get off me, dog! Oh, don't hurt the dogs. They're just doing their job. Oh!
Come on,
Look
Leo.
at this. And then jump. Whoa! Here we go.
Oh, it
There's
makes
Uncharted.
It makes you do
Ah!
the. That's why it made you get stopped by the dog, so that I
Right.
can get ahead of you.
That's cool. This is cool. This game's getting way better.
It had a. The start was way too slow. Like,
I
mean,
think that's a. There's
no way to get around it,
You don't
but-
stream the beginning of that game. You sit down in your
But-
quiet living room with your buddy and you figure it out together.
But still, it felt like it took way too long to get off the ground. I don't know. There's no way around that because you're breaking out of prison, so it's not going to be action right at the start.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you could have
This
had.
This was really cool.
They could have maybe had a mission where you get caught.
Yeah.
Like you're breaking into a bank or whatever these guys did. Where are we now? We're in like Libya.
We're in the Middle East.
Awesome.
We're ripping off a diamond.
How much time? How much time are we playing this for?
I think we'll do 10 more minutes. Okay, I'll put
Okay.
10 minutes on the clock right here.
Let's find out. Let's find out where we are and why we're there.
Our celebrity couple name would be Blick. I mean, this is the weird thing about this game is you can't play it alone, so you need to play it with somebody. And it's I've gone to the game a couple times on my home PlayStation 4 and booted it up and thought, okay, maybe I'll invite somebody to play it. But this is the way to play it. You need somebody to play it with. It's way more fun this way.
Yeah. You can't really play this by yourself. I mean, you literally can't though, right?
You
'Cause there's
cannot. No,
there's AI.
it's a multiplayer game. Yeah.
That's ambitious. Like that's
Yeah, it's
that
super
takes a
cool.
lot of chutzpah to do that.
Yeah.
To tell people you cannot play this by yourself. Like
Sorry, boss. Look, Sean.
We needed the audio. Yes, Clayton. Well, here's my promise to you guys. I'm going to be paying a lot more attention when I'm streaming the games from now on. So might have a little less chat, integration. But Blake will ask me questions.
most games, it won't be me playing as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, no deal.
Nice
Whoa.
stabbing, boys. Whoa. What just happened?
I don't know who this guy is, but I
Is he the
feel
bad
like
guy?
he's going to come after us.
Is the bad guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would love to know where this game takes place, because
Back to jail. Sean L with the color commentary and comedy. Oh, my Korra figure fell down. You guys didn't tell me. There we go.
Who?
Korra from Tron Legacy. The movie you're
What's
trying
that
to forget
actress's
about.
name again?
Olivia Wilde.
Olivia Wilde.
She's terrific.
I like her.
Yeah.
I didn't like that movie though.
Damn. I'm hungry. Me too.
What do we have to catch a deer now because we're hungry?
I wouldn't say I miss it, but I definitely eat it. Yep.
I like the lighting.
Anyway,
looks
let's
good,
head
man.
on. We should find something on the way.
Once this game gets out of prison, it really opens up. You can put that on the back of the box there. Yeah.
Hey, it looks like 10 minutes drive from here. Looks like the Capilano
Yeah, it does. doesn't it?
suspension bridge part.
Yeah.
That's why so many people shoot in Vancouver, because like you can drive literally 5 or 10 minutes out of the city and it looks like this.
Yeah.
Well, not today it doesn't, because it's raining.
Yeah.
When it's not raining, it looks like this.
Today it's David Duchovny's worst nightmare.
Yes. When it's raining, it's just overcast and you can't see any of the mountains.
Sean L., we will get that princess for you, my friend. Forage for berries, Matthew Winston says.
Are we gonna have to fight off like a bear or something? That'd be awesome.
I don't know.
I hope a bear shows
wait.
up.
I don't know.
Leo, there's a camp down there. Yeah, but it looks empty.
There's a fire going. It's not empty.
Our 10
No, there's a fire. It's not empty.
our 10-minute timer is going to be all cut sequences. Of course.
So he's saying that the campsite is empty, but we just saw the fire is still smoldering.
Well, they left.
No, but you wouldn't know, because you wouldn't leave a fire like that.
Oh, yes.
They're still in the area.
They might have jested.
Unless they're the worst campers ever. 'Cause you're
was-
not
it-
supposed to
it
leave a
was
fire
the,
like
It was
that.
the
Vic.
70s, man. Everybody was smoking on their campsites, and they.
You liked it. Yeah.
Oh, look at this. We can catch
Sleep
fish.
outside on the cold, hard ground.
Why are they splashing?
Because it's fun.
Whee!
Bars there.
Woo! Whee!
Yeah, you are okay. For all the people in the chat, if you're ever camping, you are not supposed to leave. You are not supposed to leave your fire like that.
Let me splash it.
No one but
Woo!
Even if you think it's on the way out, you have to make sure it's completely out before you leave it.
A way out. Was that a branding joke right there? Was
Oh.
that a branding joke? Craft a spear. Oh, we have to go get a. So we're gonna do some fishing. That's what we're doing.
get some fire.
So that's why we learn how to splash. We gotta scare the fish.
I need to get some fire.
Okay.
I need to
But what are we doing right now?
You need to get some firewood
But why?
because
Are we gonna eat?
we're gonna catch a fish and
That's
eat.
stupid. If I was in this situation, I would just be escaping. I would just eat later.
Yeah, but this was the 70s. Less people, less fast food restaurant.
But like, there's probably National Guard or state trooper guys after us, right? Like,
No, we're 10 minutes out. We're fine.
okay. We're still wearing our prison
And we're still wearing our
thing,
prison
like,
gear. We're
like
fine,
what,
guys.
like some Boy Scouts are
Hey,
gonna show
listen,
up and be like, hey.
logic has no place in this.
I would honestly, I
All right.
would just like, okay, I'll have a big dinner. I'll concentrate on escaping, and then I'll just eat dinner. I'll have a big dinner later.
These guys are hungry, man. They just did some.
But like, they probably just ate the night before. Like,
They got shot at. None of them got hit.
okay, so what I
which
need
was
you to
good.
do, Vic, is splash to make the fish come to me.
Oh, did you already make this damn thing?
I made a spear.
You did
so,
already.
So go
How'd you do
stand,
that so fast?
stand over.
Okay, wee! I
Yeah,
can't
no.
do that without saying wee. I guess I don't know what's up. Wee!
Come, no, but stand,
Okay.
stand like. You see how there's like
Yeah.
a So
Chase
get
the
them,
fish to you.
have them come to me.
I've never wrangled fish before in a game. This is a first for me.
So I'm gonna stand here, and then you just splash them in my direction.
Wee! Come, go get him. Go. Wee! I can't do it without. It's like I'm adding my own sound effect.
Okay, let's try
I'm
it this way.
I'm a terrible
Come this way, yeah.
corraller of fish, apparently. Go, fish! Run to your doom!
Keep doing it. Yeah, now come forward a bit and do it so they come right to me.
Okay. We're not gonna hurt you guys. We're not gonna hurt you. We're not.
Did I get it?
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
got
get
one.
me one too. There's two of us. Hello.
But what do I do now?
You run over to the fire and cook it. Unless we're having sushi, we could do the sushi. It's the 70s though. Nobody ate sushi.
Where are these fish coming from? Oh, it's not a stagnant pond. Okay, there's waterfalls and stuff.
Okay, go ahead. Craft. Oh, burn it. Blow. Oh, I guess I have to get my own stick, don't I? Where'd you get your stick?
It's over there by see the square?
Where?
There's like behind me. It says craft spear.
Oh, okay.
Just do that. But maybe you can just eat mine. It might be big enough for both of us.
I think you eat one.
Oh no, it says catch one fish each.
Yeah.
Just a little more.
Whittling Simulator 2013, 2018. Okay, so I crafted my spear. I thought I had to craft the spear in the fire. So
Why would you craft, Vic? Why would you do that?
I need you to come and chase a fish for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna. But what do I do? Do I lose my? Okay, don't move, Vic. You have to stay. Here's the thing: you have to stand absolutely still, because if you move and if you do your spear too early, they'll go in the opposite. It'll scare them away.
Okay.
So I have to splash like a couple times. So wait until they're like literally right next to you.
Okay.
Now you can do it.
Well, there's none by me.
They didn't really. Okay. Well, here, we'll try it again.
Okay. Come here, fishy, 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 fishy.
This seems more like you're in a narrower spot, so it should be easier this time. Okay, here they come. No, see, you did too early.
Not too bad.
Oh, I got one.
How'd you do that?
Because you scared them back towards me, so I got.
Okay. Okay.
I got fish for both of us, Vic. Don't worry. Where's the fire?
Oh, I guess you did, didn't you? Sit down by the fire. Okay. All right. I don't need to catch my own fish. That's okay. Thanks for catching my fish.
No, you helped.
Time to eat, Leo.
Come on, Vic. I made fish for us. Come on.
Okay. Fish. Yum.
Yay, we did it.
Yay. A nice protein dish. Can you see if there's any questions, any comments, any...
I saw one, but I forgot what it was.
Samian111 says, I love the Brothers of Two Sons, which is a weird mix of single player controlling two separate characters at once. So, single man co-op. Yeah, that's the same team, the Hazelight Studios.
I just assumed these two characters were brothers because the previous game was about brothers, but I guess they're not actually brothers.
So you're a tough guy, huh? Well, it's not like
Which Prey was more enjoyable to you, 2006 or 2017? Samian111. 2006 was more fun. Didn't mind 2017, but it got a little... you know what it was? The enemies were not cool enough for me. They was too generic. The great idea of this big open space out there.
Yeah, sure you are. What about family? You got any?
Oh, so now they're just getting to know each other.
A wife.
Be aware of the Mercury issue. Thank you, Adrian Leon.
Yeah, there's mercury in that fish, Vic.
It's the 70s. Mercury
didn't
came
care.
way later.
Yeah, mercury
Yeah.
wasn't invented until the 80s.
Vic, aren't you a vegetarian? How can you eat fish? I'm a pescatarian. I do eat fish. I do eat seafood. Although the mercury issue is becoming a real issue, and all the trash in our waters everywhere.
I used to be a vegan, which is when I was super skinny. You remember when I was super skinny and a vegan?
Yes, yeah.
I eat meat now, but not very
I need to
often.
know what
So
your story with Harvey is. Okay.
I do wish you could skip the cutscenes in this game.
I think you can.
No.
Oh, no, you
try
can't.
it.
Okay.
Cannot. It just
One
pauses.
day my brother
Okay.
brings in a new client, Harvey.
I mean, these guys crafted this so that you wouldn't engage with the whole thing.
Yeah, but it's like...
Doy Owen would be so sad without
More
bacon.
and more cash, and I couldn't handle it. It was too
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't...
I wanted
So here's the deal. This is our last time we're streaming this game.
Is it?
Yeah, because people are going to get a little... But I still want to get... I want to get as far into it as I need to be able to review it. So I'm going to be sending you a Let's Play request.
And I don't need to buy a copy, right?
No, you don't need to buy a copy. We will share it. Okay.
Okay, Vic, I guess we'll have to keep playing it.
Yes, we will keep playing it. But I got to get through this thing here so we can save. Oh, it
No,
will,
you can
it will
save
auto
during
save,
the...
right?
Yeah, you can save during the cutscene. I saw that. Does it?
No.
What?
No,
See,
you
that's
can't.
stupid. That's stupid. You should be able to at least... If you can't skip a cutscene, you should be able to save it.
What's your story?
What if your mom was like, hey, it's
Oh, now we're
dinner
going to
time."
get his story already.
That's for sure.
Oh, I guess they both know a guy named Harvey.
Who we gonna?
Harvey's maybe the guy that...
Oh shit.
Unskippable cutscenes ruin the replayability of a game like Max Payne 3. It is a pain in the ass, for sure. 100%. I've seen developers patch that in afterwards.
Just suck it up.
My guess is that once you've played through it, you can skip it. That's my guess.
I would assume not, because they might think that, well, you might be playing with somebody who hasn't skipped the cutscene.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Or who hasn't played it, so then you can't.
Yep, new classic EP over the weekend, absolutely. So I'll just save this. And we will wrap up this awesome Friday episode of EP Live. Sorry about
all our technical issues and everything.
Well, it wasn't too bad. I thought it was a...
That's every live
I thought it
stream
was a
does that.
stream killer right there. That was terrible. But, yeah, we're okay.
It's Sony's fault.
Well, they checked me out, and so I had to log back in.
Whoa, did you see that motion blur? Whoa.
They didn't put out the fire. That's right. Darkstorm.
Yeah, what up?
CH007.
I have a problem with that.
But it was the
Because
70s.
now people are going to play this game and go to the Force and do that, and Force is going to burn out.
Okay, so I think we're good. We're saved here.
Yeah.
And that's good. All right, so that's going to
bye, everyone.
conclude the Let's Play and Chat portion of the program. My job now is to thank everybody for watching the show. Thank you so much for coming. Jaden Chapman, Darkstorm CH007, Matthew Winstone, Sean L., Patrick Furtado, Audrion Leon, Clayton Blair, Z Mulani, all kinds of great people showed up today. Thank you, everybody that showed up for the live stream, and also for those of you that watch this as an archive episode. It's great to have your support and to get your comments and your constructive criticism, and we love the love. Thank you so much. Remember, we've got lots of great content for you to check out, so please do, and if you dig it, hit subscribe, that little bell, and if you're so inclined, that sponsorship button too. Have yourselves a fantastic weekend.